Ibrahim Traoré captures French spy. What happens next is shocking. In a dramatic turn of events, Ibrahim Traoré, the revolutionary leader of Burkina Faso, has reportedly captured a French intelligence agent operating secretly on Burkinabé soil. This breaking news has sent shockwaves through the region, raising questions about France's covert operations in West Africa and escalating tensions between Burkina Faso and France. In a jaw-dropping twist that has sent shockwaves across the globe, Burkina Faso's uncompromising leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, has exposed a clandestine French spy operation right in the heart of his nation. Caught in the act, this high-stakes espionage scandal has left the world reeling with one burning question. Was this a brazen act of betrayal by France? Or is there a deeper, more sinister plot at play? Buckle up as we unravel the drama and uncover what happens next. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young and resolute military leader of Burkina Faso, has become a symbol of resistance against foreign influence since seizing power in a 2022 coup. Known for his fiery rhetoric and bold reforms, Traoré has now thrust his nation into the international spotlight by capturing 4 French intelligence agents accused of espionage in the capital, Ouagadougou. This explosive incident, which unfolded against a backdrop of deteriorating relations with France, has sparked intrigue and speculation. What were these agents doing? Why now? And how will Traoré's daring move reshape Burkina Faso's place on the global stage? Let's dive into the heart of this gripping geopolitical saga. In this explosive video, you'll learn how the French spy was captured by Traoré's forces, the suspected mission and objectives behind the espionage, the official response from Burkina Faso's government, reactions from the international community and African leaders, what this could mean for the future of Burkina Faso's sovereignty and foreign relations, capture of French spies by Traoré's forces. In September 2024, Burkina Faso's security forces, under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré, apprehended 4 French nationals suspected of espionage. The operation was executed with precision, reflecting the heightened vigilance of Traoré's administration against foreign interference. According to posts on X, Burkina Faso's authorities presented damning evidence of the suspects' activities, suggesting a well-coordinated intelligence operation to monitor and counter foreign operatives. The suspects were reportedly detained in Ouagadougou, the capital, following surveillance that uncovered their covert activities. While specific details of the capture, such as the exact date, location, or methods, remain sparse due to the sensitive nature of the operation, the government's swift action underscored its commitment to national security. The operation likely involved Burkina Faso's intelligence services, which have been bolstered under Traoré's regime to counter external threats. Suspected mission and objectives of the espionage. The suspected mission of the French nationals was to gather intelligence on Burkina Faso's military and political activities, potentially to undermine Traoré's government. Sources suggest the operatives were collecting data on the country's security arrangements, its alliances with non-Western powers like Russia, and its counter-terrorism operations against jihadist groups in the Sahel. The espionage may have been motivated by France's strategic interests in the region, particularly after its military withdrawal from Burkina Faso in 2023, following Traoré's expulsion of French forces. The operatives were allegedly posing as non-governmental organization workers or civilians, a common cover for intelligence activities. Their objectives likely included assessing the stability of Traoré's regime, monitoring Burkina Faso's pivot toward Russian and Chinese partnerships, and gauging public sentiment toward France's historical influence. Some speculate the mission aimed to facilitate French influence over Burkina Faso's political landscape, possibly by supporting opposition groups or destabilizing the government, though no concrete evidence confirms these claims. The operation's exposure suggests a broader French effort to maintain leverage in a region where its influence has waned. Official response from Burkina Faso's government. Burkina Faso's government, led by Captain Traoré, responded decisively to the espionage incident. The authorities publicly announced the arrests, presenting evidence of the suspects' activities to justify their detention. The government demanded an official explanation from France and initiated negotiations for the spies' release, signaling a controlled but firm diplomatic stance. Traoré's administration framed the incident as a violation of Burkina Faso's sovereignty, reinforcing its narrative of resisting neo-colonial interference. The government also tightened security measures, increasing surveillance of foreign nationals and organizations operating within the country. Official statements emphasized Burkina Faso's resolve to protect its independence and pursue partnerships free from Western dominance. The response was consistent with Traoré's broader policy of asserting national autonomy, as seen in his earlier decisions to expel French troops and cancel colonial-era agreements with France.
Reactions from the international community and African leaders. The international community's response was mixed, reflecting geopolitical divisions. France acknowledged the detention of its nationals, but maintained they were not spies, describing them as civilians or aid workers caught in a misunderstanding. French officials sought dialogue with Burkina Faso to secure their release, indicating a desire to de-escalate tensions. However, France's credibility in the region has been questioned due to its historical interventions, leading to skepticism about its claims. Western allies, such as the United States and European Union, remained cautious, issuing statements urging respect for diplomatic norms without directly condemning Burkina Faso. African leaders and regional bodies expressed varied sentiments. Some, particularly in countries like Mali and Niger, which have also distanced themselves from France, praised Traoré's actions as a bold stand against foreign interference. Leaders within the Alliance of Sahel States, AES, including Mali's Assimi Goïta, reportedly voiced solidarity with Burkina Faso, viewing the incident as evidence of ongoing neo-colonial tactics. The African Union, AU, called for restraint and dialogue, emphasizing the need to avoid further straining Africa-Europe relations. Posts on X highlighted strong support among Pan-Africanist activists, who celebrated Traoré's defiance as a model for African sovereignty. Conversely, some West African states with closer ties to France, such as Côte d'Ivoire, remained silent or expressed concern about escalating tensions. Implications for Burkina Faso's sovereignty and foreign relations. The espionage incident has significant implications for Burkina Faso's sovereignty and foreign relations. Domestically, it has bolstered Traoré's image as a defender of national interests, strengthening his support among citizens frustrated with foreign influence. The government's ability to uncover and publicize the operation demonstrates improved intelligence capabilities, likely enhanced through partnerships with non-Western allies like Russia. However, it may also heighten internal paranoia, leading to stricter controls on foreign organizations and potential risks to civil liberties, in terms of foreign relations. The incident further strains Burkina Faso's ties with France, accelerating its shift toward Russia, China, and other non-Western powers. This realignment could secure military and economic support, but risks isolating Burkina Faso from Western aid and investment. The incident may also embolden other Sahel nations to adopt similar anti-Western stances, reshaping regional alliances. The AES could gain traction as a counterweight to Western-backed regional bodies like ECOWAS, though this depends on the alliance's ability to deliver tangible benefits. For Burkina Faso's sovereignty, the incident underscores both opportunities and challenges. Traoré's assertive policies enhance national pride and autonomy, but invite external pressures, including economic sanctions or covert operations. The government must balance its anti-colonial rhetoric with pragmatic diplomacy to maintain stability and address ongoing security threats from jihadist insurgencies. The incident may also prompt Burkina Faso to deepen its intelligence sharing and military cooperation with allies like Russia, potentially at the cost of long-term dependency. Presentation of problem/challenge. The discovery of foreign spies operating in Burkina Faso is more than just a diplomatic embarrassment. It's a direct threat to the nation's sovereignty and stability. Burkina Faso is already battling a deadly insurgency linked to jihadist groups, with vast swathes of the country outside government control. The presence of French intelligence agents, allegedly gathering sensitive information or even orchestrating covert operations, raises alarming questions about external interference in a fragile state. For Traoré, who has made expelling French influence a cornerstone of his leadership, this incident underscores the vulnerability of his government to foreign manipulation. Beyond Burkina Faso's borders, the scandal risks escalating tensions with France, a former colonial power with a controversial history in the Sahel. Could this spark a broader diplomatic or even military confrontation? The stakes couldn't be higher.
Exploration/development. To understand the gravity of this incident, we need to peel back the layers of history and context. The 4 French agents, identified as members of the DGSE, France's equivalent of the CIA, were detained in Burkina Faso for over a year, from late 2023 to December 2024. According to Burkinabé authorities, they were caught conducting surveillance on government officials and gathering intelligence that could destabilize Traoré's regime. This wasn't an isolated event, but part of a broader pattern of mistrust. Since taking power, Traoré has accused France of supporting insurgencies and maintaining neo-colonial control over Burkina Faso through economic and military means. In 2023, he expelled French troops and diplomats, terminated military agreements, and pivoted toward new allies like Russia and Mali. Tensions escalated further in July 2024 when Traoré claimed French bases in neighboring Benin were being used to stage operations against Burkina Faso, a charge France denied. The capture of the spies, reportedly with incriminating documents and equipment, seemed to confirm Traoré's worst suspicions. Yet, the agent's eventual release, brokered by Morocco in a secretive deal, suggests a complex interplay of diplomacy, pressure, and pragmatism. Was this a victory for Traoré, or a compromise to avoid further escalation? Climax/key moment. The defining moment came in late 2023, when Burkina Faso's intelligence services, acting on a tip, swooped in on the French agents in a covert operation in Ouagadougou. The details remain murky, but reports suggest the agents were caught red-handed, possibly with intercepted communications or surveillance gear linking them to espionage activities. The arrests were a masterstroke by Traoré, who wasted no time in leveraging the incident to rally domestic support. In a fiery public address, he accused France of orchestrating a plot to destabilize Burkina Faso, framing the spies as evidence of foreign treachery. The agents were held for over a year, their fate a closely guarded secret, as Traoré used their detention to negotiate with France from a position of strength. The standoff captivated the nation and the world, with every move scrutinized for signs of escalation. When Morocco mediated their release in December 2024, it was both a resolution and a new chapter in the saga, leaving observers wondering whether Traoré had outmaneuvered a global power or simply postponed an inevitable clash. Conclusion/summary. The capture of French spies by Ibrahim Traoré was a seismic event that reverberated far beyond Burkina Faso's borders. It exposed the fragility of trust between nations, the lingering shadow of colonial legacies, and the high-stakes game of espionage in a volatile region. For Traoré, the incident was a triumph of vigilance, solidifying his reputation as a leader unafraid to confront powerful adversaries. By detaining and then releasing the agents, he demonstrated both resolve and strategic restraint, balancing domestic popularity with the need to avoid all-out conflict. Yet, the broader implications are sobering. The rift with France has deepened, and Burkina Faso's pivot toward non-Western allies like Russia raises questions about its future alignment. In a region already plagued by insecurity, this incident could have ripple effects, destabilizing diplomatic ties and emboldening other nations to take a harder line against foreign influence. Traoré's actions have set a bold precedent, but they also place Burkina Faso at a crossroads. Will this be a step toward true sovereignty, or a gamble that invites greater turmoil? Call to action, CTA. This espionage scandal has left the world stunned. But what do you think? Is Ibrahim Traoré a visionary leader protecting his nation's sovereignty? Or is he playing a dangerous game with global powers? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your take. If you found this story as gripping as we did, hit that like button, share this video with your friends, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of espionage, geopolitics, and power plays. Don't miss our other videos on Traoré's rise, French influence in Africa, and the hidden forces shaping our world. Check them out now and stay in the know. This is more than a spy scandal. It's a powerful message of defiance, independence, and a shift in geopolitical control in Africa. As Traoré continues to push out foreign influence, this incident proves his commitment to African self-determination and security. Don't miss this crucial update on one of the most bold and controversial moments in modern African politics. Like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe for real-time updates on African leadership, anti-colonial movements, and geopolitical power shifts.